The order, which shocked State Department officials who love to just dole out American cash, appears to apply to funding for military assistance to Ukraine as well. Whoa! Securing America's borders, stopping illegal and destabilizing migration, and negotiating the repatriation of illegal immigrants. Oh my gosh. He's talking about America's borders. This is crazy.
The only concentrate on fixing the Catholic Church, first of all. He's got big problems there. And the Vatican, they have a wall around the Vatican. And if you illegally enter the Vatican, the crime is serious. You'll be charged with a serious crime, be jailed.
Rubio at the State Department now ends foreign aid, at least for now. A pause has been implemented, and this is going to cause a lot of ruckus because we know how much the world loves that American taxpayer dollar. Here's what Politico tells us, saying there's a stop work order. It appears to apply to all U.S. aid for all countries except two, Israel and Egypt. So you can see that this is a big change. He halted spending on Friday. The order, which shocked State Department officials who love to just dole out American cash, appears to apply to funding for military assistance to Ukraine as well. Whoa! Rubio's guidance issued to all diplomatic and consular posts requires department staffers to issue stop work orders on nearly all existing foreign assistance awards, according to the document. It's effective immediately. It appears to go further than Trump's recent executive order, which instructed the department to pause foreign aid grants for 90 days pending review by the secretary. It had not been clear from the president's order if it would affect already appropriated funds or Ukraine aid. The new guidance means no further actions will be taken to disperse aid funding to programs already approved by the government, so you're done. The order shocked some department officials for its sweeping mandate. Someone said, the state just totally went nuclear on foreign assistance. Yeah? Why do we give them money? Everybody else money all around the world. I think the thesis really is so that they have the dollar and use the dollar, right? You want to give them your currency so that they use it. But the document leaves room for interpretation so that it becomes the default currency of the world. One current State Department official plus two former Biden officials said the pause appears to stop aid to key allies like Ukraine, Jordan, Taiwan, and others. And so this is obviously a big change, which is exciting news. He also posted this. He says, look, we're done with mass migration at the State Department, and published this. The State Department will no longer undertake any activities that facilitate or encourage mass migration. Read more about our priorities here, saying, here are the questions. Does it make America safer? Does it make America stronger? Does it make America more prosperous? Those are the operating questions. How are we going to achieve that? First, we must curb mass migration and secure our borders. The State Department will no longer undertake any activities that facilitate or encourage mass migration. Our diplomatic relations with other countries, particularly in the West, will prioritize securing America's borders, stopping illegal and destabilizing migration, and negotiating the repatriation of illegal immigrants. Oh my gosh. He's talking about America's borders. This is crazy. That's going to be the priority of the State Department, which is to secure America and American interests using the diplomatic might of the federal government and the American people. Wow. Then we're going to reward performance and merit, including within the State Department. Trump issued an executive order eliminating all DEI requirements. This order will be faithfully executed. Relatedly, we must return to the basics of diplomacy by eliminating our focus on political and cultural causes that are divisive at home and deeply unpopular abroad, like lopping off genitals. This will allow us to conduct a pragmatic foreign policy in cooperation with other nations to advance our core national interests. We must also stop censorship and the suppression of information. The State Department's efforts to combat malign propaganda have expanded and fundamentally changed since the Cold War, and we must reprioritize truth. The State Department I lead, says Rubio, will support and defend Americans' right to free speech, terminating any programs that in any way lead to censoring the American people. While we will combat genuine enemy propaganda, see what that is, we will do so only within the fundamental truth that America is a great and just country whose people are generous and whose leaders now prioritize America's core interests while respecting the rights and interests of other nations. And finally, we must leverage our strengths and do away with climate policies that weaken America. While we will not ignore threats to our natural environment and will support sensible environmental protections, the State Department will use diplomacy to help President Trump fulfill his promise for a return to American energy dominance. In short, President Trump's forward-looking agenda for our country and foreign relations will guide the State Department's refocus on American national interests. Amid today's re-emerging great power rivalry, I will empower our talented diplomatic corps to advance our mission to make America safer, stronger, and more prosperous. From Rubio, now at the State Department. We've also got a little bit of a battle brewing with the Catholic Pope, who doesn't like Tom Homan, says you guys should accept all these illegal illegal aliens in your country, because that's what Jesus would do. Oh, really? Is that what the Vatican does? Or do you have gigantic walls? Would you like to take a portion of the illegal aliens coming into our country? Pope, here's what Tom Homan said in response to that.
Ask one final question. The Pope this week said that it's a disgrace what we're now doing with this new government, deporting all of these people. We've got, obviously there's going to be a lot of media searching for the sad stories here, trying to turn public opinion against this operation. What's your message to the American people as you guys do this work?
Well, let me give a message to the Pope. I'm a lifelong Catholic. I was born Catholic. I've been through Catholic doctrine. Look, he only concentrates on fixing the Catholic Church, first of all. He's got big problems there. And Vatican, they have a wall around the Vatican. If you illegally enter the Vatican, the crime is serious. You'll be charged with a serious crime and be jailed.
Yeah.
So he can protect the Vatican where he lives. He can build a wall where he lives. Would American people not allow that? No. Securing the border saves lives. He needs to understand that. When we secure the border, when less people come, less women get raped by the cartel, less children die in the river, less Americans die from fentanyl overdoses. You always think to the Catholic Church to fix that. That's a mess.
Thank you, Tom. Couldn't have said it better myself. We appreciate you telling the Pope. And I'm Catholic too, but I don't appreciate being called a disgrace for wanting to protect our nation and our lives. Now, here was another video that was published courtesy of Colin Rugg, and you can see we got some serious military action happening right next to that wall. Here's what that looks and sounds like. Hell yeah. Glad we're actually using our equipment and our people. Moving people and resources down to the border. Cool stuff. So reestablishing control, 1,500 troops, bunch more going down, 2 C-17, C-130s been sent to San Diego, loading up for repatriation flights, and that is what we want to see happening.